All right, so thank you, ladies, for joining. Share my screen. Yeah, Wanda, I know. Stop that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No yawning allowed. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we're let's see. We're going to make this evening very brief. I got some ideas on some things, and Wanda, I would like to share some of the stuff that we kind of brainstormed with on yesterday as well. So let's get started. Can you open us up in prayer, Wanda?
Sure. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all that has transpired up until this very moment. Thank you for the people that are on this call. Thank you for the fresh new ideas. Thank you for the continuing flow of customers. Thank you for the people that we touch on a day-to-day basis. Please continue to be with us as we prosper in our business and in our transactions from day to day. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Amen. All right, so we're all family here. My new person, Brandy, was going to be here, but I think her husband had to go in early. He works this like a early type third shift kind of, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But anyway, she has three little ones. The youngest one is 1. So she's got her hands really, really, really.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, that's what I said. Bless your heart. So she's really looking for something that's going to, help them to not be house poor. Yeah, and I won't ever forget those words that she shared with me. They are house poor, and they want to figure out a way to not be house poor or any other kind of way poor. But case in point, I'll just go ahead and speak on Brandy. Brandy found me out of a couple of groups. She just kind of been searching around, and she's doing the JJ smoothies, and she said that it called for detox tea. So she wanted to find the very best detox tea and came across some information on Total Life Changes and decided to do a search to look for a good representative, and got in a couple of groups and got to look and did a search on detox tea, and someone else and me popped up in whatever group that she used, and she reached out to the other person first without even looking at their website or anything, or their Facebook page, and they never got back with her. And then she reached out to me, and I immediately responded as soon as she inquired. And then it was her second sentence that said, I know how this works. If it works good for me, then I want to do this as a business. So I already see all of these testimonies. So let's talk about that. So she came to me completely ready. Didn't take much of nothing. I barely even went through the presentation. She had done enough homework, and she I was telling Wanda, we were trying to figure out, what would be a good package for her and different things. And she's like, well, I have about $300 in cash. Will that work? Yeah, that'll work. So let's see what's the best fit for you and your family. So we got her started yesterday. I used my TLC card, and that I have my account set up, deposited her money, and just signed her right on up. So she's off and running, making her list. She's got her email and all of that wonderful stuff. So I wanted to share that for a reason. getting in groups. That was solid for me after her feedback. I don't care. There have been days that I'll just sit there and just go in Facebook and just hunt for groups and just say, if they have a couple of questions that you have to answer to get in a group, I just do it. It take maybe 15 to 20 minutes here or there. There's always some groups that are popping up, and it can be, single moms that have, kids with ADHD. It can be, just these crazy things. And then you look and it's like, dang, they got 5,000 people in this group. Shoot, yep, boop, request. And then I share. So it's varying things. And then you pick and choose which of the products that you're going to be posting in those groups. There are things that say, yard sale, like I know Huntersville, which is right outside of Charlotte. They have the Huntersville yard sale. There are no rules. And it says the no rules yard sale. So you can post whatever you want. And there's like a bunch of people in that particular group. So they just keep popping up, and I keep adding myself to various things, and people reach out the moment you put anything out. And so it's just it is very beneficial, and it proved, case in point, with Miss Brandy, because that's how she found me, through a group. Not my page, not my post, not my Instagram, none of that, a group. So just keep that in mind. And I know Lady B signed up. I think is it a bath, Yatoka?
Yes.
Okay, a bath.
Yes,
And
ma'am. A bath.
I'm trying to figure out, is that her husband?
Yes.
Okay.
In Ghana.
In Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that he was a bodybuilder, and we talked about him, but she never told me his name, so I didn't know. And maybe this is just somebody else who looked like he's a bodybuilder. But yeah, so I was real happy for her decision. We had a fantastic time going down the road.
That's wonderful.
It was really nice to get to know her and to find out, Lady B got some stuff going on. She plugged in her internet radio, and we were listening to all her African music. I mean, it was good stuff. So I was like,
oh, that's nice.
She was the DJ. I mean, the radio host person. Lady B.
Lady nice.
Be blessed. So I was like, oh, you go ahead, girl. This is for real. So
that's nice.
It was absolutely amazing getting an opportunity to get to know her a little bit. And then the event, oh my God, there were people running down the aisles. It was church.
Wow.
It was so powerful. That's when they made us no Facebook Live. They shut us down. It's like, wow, okay. And then the way it just shifted. The spirit was just so high in that room. It was just unbelievable. They could not even get through the details of the Debt Freedom Fighter presentation. It was toast. It was done at that point. So they're planning on doing some more various trainings and making sure that all of the folks that they've chosen to be a part of it, that we make sure that if we pull in our teams, that they are a part of that Debt Freedom Fighter Facebook page. Lady B didn't even know, Yatoka, that she had been added. She was like, hey, can you add me? I was like, you're already in there.
I think I added her. Yeah, I did add her. Okay. Yep.
She did not know. So, but it was good. And it's always good with new people, and you see how excited they are to be at an event and taking the pictures and being able to get the leaders to have a conversation with them. Oh, she was so excited, and I fed off of her energy. I was like, honey, I need some of that. need some of that right about now. But it was so good, and I was gonna come back. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do the family fun day thing. I need to get back. I got 1,000 things going on. And I said, you know what, doggone it. I work all the time. I'm going for a day. Dad, you can go on home. The kids will be all right till I get there. So we went, and oh God, I was so glad. I was so glad I made the decision to go. First and foremost, the food was fabulous. As a matter of fact, I'm heating up some of the chicken that I brought back. It was so good. Oh, it was just delicious. It was like a lemon pepper baked chicken. They had the lemon pepper fried chicken. Um, let's see. Then it was macaroni and cheese, green beans, salad, a whole bunch of different types of dessert. Um, just an amazing spread, for everybody. And the location in Durham was just unbelievable. I was like, my God, I lived here in Durham for 4 years. I never knew about this place. Where did this come from? But it was just absolutely gorgeous. But to see them serving all of us, and I tell you what, Lanika Scott was very meticulous in cutting that macaroni and cheese. Every block had to be exact same size and everything. It was funny to me watching her, how she studied the way she cut up macaroni and cheese. It was hilarious. But getting to see, the just that group and how they interact with one another was just an amazing thing. So the events are very important, and we need to encourage, especially any new folks that come on board to participate and to gather up that energy. As you can see, Lady B came right back and has hit the ground running. So
She's on fire.
she is. She is. She's got a plan. I listened to her plan and shared some nuggets with her. Lots of things that she still has to learn, but that comes in time. I was just impressed with what she knows already at this point. So we'll just continue to help build her up and everybody else that comes on the team. Just so you all know, Kathy, Kyra, and Wanda, Kathy had called me today. She has made a decision to pull back. She is going to continue her auto ship and her binary qualifications. She's going to make sure that stays intact. She's just doing some life adjustments right now, and I didn't dig. But you'll see her not participating in some things. So I didn't know if you guys were planning any events or anything there, but just know she's kind of taking a break. And I told her whenever she makes a decision to circle back, we'll be here. But it just, everybody has to know when it's time to press pause and figure out some things in our lives, and then we just go forward from there. So just so that you know what's going on with her. So that's pretty much it that I have. I'm excited about the things that are to come. I've had so many ideas in my head that I plan to put to paper and figure out some dates. The whole thing that I've been tossing around, the whole cake, coffee, and tea. I'm excited about that, and it's got to, really lay it out how I want it to be. And I want it to be an intimate setting. I want the ladies to wear their gloves, with maybe a little hat, so that just take them all the way back, so that we get that feel of, that tradition of having a real tea party. But then to make it about the coffee and the tea and my mom's delicious cake.
Well, we'll have to order the cake and have a cake sent up here.
Okay, not a problem. Oh my
Although
God.
I'm sure Kyra's mom probably has a
Sure.
great
For
cake.
sure.
Mm. So
Yeah,
yeah.
she got me making carrot cakes for Christmas dinner now.
Oh
She's
wow.
already
So that might be something. Now that you guys mentioned that, I don't know. We might be able to come up with a theme between here and Virginia on the whole cake, coffee, and tea. I like it. It just keeps expanding in my brain. So, I'm gonna let that
so
best.
funny because I was gonna do one called Just Dishing, and everybody was gonna bring a dish, and we were gonna sit and talk.
Oh, I
'Cause
love it. I love that idea. Just dishing. Oh God, my marketing mind just went crazy with
That's
that.
yeah,
nice. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. That's nice. And then people love doing that. Just come and chill. And Utoka, you know what? That may not be a bad idea for us. And I don't mind just getting, inviting just, enough people to get around my dining room table and let's just, eat and talk.
Okay.
I just don't know that this La Madeline thing. I just don't get that whole process.
Yeah.
So
Is
we're gonna
Keisha
see.
coming this week?
She said, yeah, we already talked. She said she would be there, and she's not gonna. Well, I'm not gonna say that 'cause
Okay.
it's being recorded. So anyway, she said she's gonna be there. Um,
Don't
we'll
give
see
me
what
evidence.
happens. We'll see what
Oh.
happens for this Thursday. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone. But, and if there's
So how
any
about that weather?
Sorry.
It's been chilly today.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so if it doesn't have a good turnout this week, then we'll do a reassessment. We'll use that time to reassess and figure out how we change it up to make it, just like Kyra's talking about dishing. What do we change that into to make it feel like people can come and sit and have a meal together for, not necessarily free, but whatever they bring. And I'm not one of those people. I don't like.
I don't either, and I
I
think
was gonna say I don't eat everybody's food.
No,
Right.
I'm finicky. I'm so finicky. Like, does she have cats? I
I was wondering why you said you're finicky.
But you can limit it. You can limit it too, because like when we do stuff at church, we tell them specifically if you're getting chicken, get it from Walmart. If you're getting potato salad, get it from Kroger's. If you get, we make sure it's not, because I don't trust them neither. My mom usually does most of the cooking at church because everybody trusts her. I can't eat everybody's food either, but you can put specifications on it. Or if you know who's coming and like if Utoka coming and she got this particular dish she cooks and you trust her, she can bring that and you just let people
I'm
try.
cool with that. I'm cool with that. With the people that
Toka don't cook.
Well, it was just an example.
I just
But I mean,
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
But that's what we have to do at work. We don't do potlucks because we don't trust everybody.
Yeah, that's. You can't.
I know that right.
Everybody be. Okay, so that's some good ideas. So, one thing that Wanda and I talked about, and I just kept going with it. Every time she say one thing, then that just added something else to it. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let Wanda speak on what we discussed the other day and just how to, drum up different interests and how to pull people in, based on what she shared. And also, before you start, I want to say there are businesses that we can sync ourselves with that could make things better for what we're doing with Total Life Changes. Just like I have partnered with Delana, and Lord knows I've got to squeeze in time to study for that test that I have to take. But once I get my certification with Equus, which is financial planning and life and health insurance, all I have to do, is send the people to them and they'll sign them up. So whoever I come across that may be interested, I send them over to Delana and her husband, and they take care of it, and I just get a check. I'm not interested in doing the business to that degree that they are, but I understand dollar signs. And I
Right.
understand, talking to people, I hear people talking about how messed up their finances are and how they don't necessarily have, the greatest life insurance policies and that type of thing. I hear that kind of stuff all the time, but there's nothing I can really do with it. But now I have a resource that I could send it to. And because I go through this process to take the test, I can make money now too. So partnering with other businesses, that's what our leaders do now. They're not telling everything. It's like, Stormy Wellington, what was that? A chicken place. And now she's gotten into refurbishing houses and buying up real
Mm.
estate and the different things. So she's gone off and gotten a license somewhere because she's got to make some money somewhere in that, and being able to flip houses and then buy and start a chicken restaurant. So it's various things that they got going on. Jason L. Scott owns dump trucks, so he has a dump truck business. And so it's so many different things. There's some people, that are doing, travel and the various things. So I'm going to hush. And Wanda, you now have the floor to express what your ideas are for changing it up a bit.
Well, I guess it was 2 days ago, I went to a gathering, and it was, I know you guys have seen, all of a sudden we're being taken over by the paparazzi jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've seen it.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyhow, I went to a gathering, I guess, and I watched this lady make about $700 in a very short amount of time. I'm talking less than 3 hours. And I pretty much, I said to myself in that moment, yeah, I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I partnered with paparazzi through my neighbor right next door, and I called to let Beverly know that I had partnered with them, and I didn't see where there's going to be a big conflict, that as long as the two products aren't on the same table, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made sense to me. I mean, everything was $5, and the jewelry is beautiful. If you get a chance to see, but I called Beverly to tell her, and she helped me come up with some amazing ideas on how to combine the two, because I told her it was just floored me how all of these enormous women had no interest, absolutely no interest in tea or losing weight. But when I tell you the money was flying for this $5 jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I don't have blinders on. I saw the benefit of partnering with paparazzi. And so when I called Beverly, she goes, well, if their chemistry isn't right, i.e. their
pH balance.
Their pH balance is off, then that $5 jewelry is who she did put on a piece of jewelry, and because she was so gifted up top, the jewelry pretty much disappeared. So if your pH is off, then that necklace is gonna be an odd color in a few days. So Beverly was saying, if I do the jewelry with the tiny little packs of tea, and explaining when and where I can, that with the NutriBurst, it'll help their pH balance come right, and save the life of that $5 piece of jewelry.
Right.
So that's what I did. So I'm going to be putting together some packages, with not only the jewelry piece, but also throwing in the at least the NutriBurst and a sample pack of the instant tea, in my bags. Kyra's already done bags, didn't you, Kyra? Did I see
like
that?
your bags. They're
Kyra's
nice.
already done bags. So I'm gonna be doing bags. I'm gonna be doing some bags this weekend. So I'm gonna be, right now. I mean, I don't even have my jewelry yet, but I did partner with it, and I see with Beverly's tutelage, there's going to be, I think that's going to get tired of their jewelry disappearing into the nether regions of their body, and maybe they'll want to do something, about that. If they get their piece of jewelry and a sample of the tea.
Right.
So that was I just was just floored by the, people, it takes effort and I guess a commitment to, changing your body, changing, how you eat and when you eat. But, that instant gratification of just looking great, regardless of how much you weigh, with a $5 piece of jewelry goes a long way.
Absolutely.
So that's what I was looking at. And Kyra, I was going to tell you Sunday. Thanks, Beverly. I was going to tell you Sunday when we met up at Roberto's, but cat's out the bag down the street now.
Congratulations.
Well, I think it's a fantastic idea, and just because the other piece to what Juan and I talked about is, we were talking along the lines of the flavored tea. Wanda makes a very good flavored tea, so I suggested that she have,
That's because when I first got it started. That's because when I first got started with the tea, I got a taste sweetness. So I immediately went into the fruit and the 0-calorie sweetener, and eventually got to the point where, naked tea tastes great too.
What you put in it, Wanda?
I would, in the gallon, I would put a half a cup of 0-calorie sweetener, orange slices, lemon slices, peach slices, any kind of citrus fruit I could get my hands on, and it just tasted like any sweet tea that you would get from a restaurant.
It did. It was delicious.
It was.
Yummy. I was like, what is this? This is not ISO tea.
It's not my tea.
Give me some more of
Oh,
that.
yes, it is.
Let's see.
Oh,
But I grew up.
So
But-
I think, for those that, maybe turning their nose up at the tea, I suggested to Wanda, going that route of having the little mason jars of the tea, and, either way, have it bottled up the raw way and the ways that some of these people just may like it. That's darn delicious. And just have it all bottled up, and then you can sell those for $7 a piece, or $5 a piece, whatever works. And just have your label on the mason jar, make sure they're ice cold, and they'll buy that up just like that $5 jewelry.
Mhm.
People have a cheap mindset. It's about getting in their heads to think about what is that's going to make them buy. And
Or
then,
they think they're getting something.
right, you need to have the before and after pictures there, and then you share those testimonies of, this is what this person looked like, in 60 days. But you just bought one little jar, one little serving for $5. So if you invest in yourself, you can look like her 60 days from now, so there's a spin that you can put on that to be able to marry the two. But first, you got to get in the $5 mindset of these people, and then come up from there. So I think that that's going to work because, you know, there were people, then the lady that came to our event there, didn't she make some sales? I saw her bagging up some stuff. I was like, doggone it. I didn't have
That's the lady Kyra's talking to her
hmm
on her.
I don't think she did, but what I did was we friended each other on Facebook. That girl she needs to be in this business. We need to get her in this business. She has a very good mindset. She goes on Facebook Live with her paparazzi jewelry, holds up the set, tells what the color is, and this will look good with that. If you want it, type in E2. And then she go, let me show you the next one. And people were responding and commenting, I want this sold. So she she was doing her thing. Very professional.
That's awesome.
And I have to admit, anybody, you know, the jewelry is from what the pieces that I have, you know, thank God our pH is where it should be. But the jewelry is not hard on the eye by any stretch.
Mm-mm.
So, you know, we just have to go in. If we go in the back door and get the tea in them that way, then so be it. You know, because we're buying the jewelry for next to nothing and selling it for $5. You know, it just made sense to me at the moment. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'll send y'all my website so you just look at it. Yeah, but it's great. It's great. So I got high hopes, you know, to reaching out to the people that want that immediate gratification.
Mm-hmm.
But Sharmika, I didn't know if she sold anything or not. She disappeared on me before we got everything cleaned up. But I know Kyra is definitely, working on her, and since they connected, I stayed out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping she got her to drink the tea, and initially she wasn't going to drink it.
Well, there you have it. So I think it's a good marriage. I don't see anything wrong with it. No violations with Total Life Changes. So hey, go for it. Go hard. And it's all again about the mindset.
So the only thing that would be a violation would be another health and wellness, right? So you can do other things, other businesses. Okay.
Yes. So, hey, $5 mindset. I love
the LuLaRoe, you know, those leggings that people.
Yeah. Yep.
Congratulations, Ms. Wanda.
Leggings.
We gonna make something work up here. We gonna make something work up in here, Virginia.
All right. So anytime you have an idea,
we get one pack of tea at a time.
We can always bounce ideas off each other. I think that's phenomenal. So I did hear somebody else join. Who joined? Who is it?
Who's that call?
Huh?
Oh, this is Tasha.
Hi, Tasha. Hey. So good to hear your voice.
Yes. I said, let me jump on while the kids are sleeping. So I said, let me jump on.
All right. So,
how are you?
Doing good. Dears, you guys are shooting off. I think it's great that you guys are, you said you're implementing the jury. That's awesome.
yeah. So I'm not somebody, I'm not going to turn down an opportunity to, continue to have yet another stream of income coming in. And then if it's a way to marry the two, to get in the mindset of those that, want a nickel and dime all the way to, I get everything in that pocketbook, then that's what you have to do. Let's talk about this. But it's good stuff. So I commend you on seeing that vision, Wanda, and go for it. Hey, let me see some jewelry.
Yeah. Slide that instant tea in there, make it do what it do.
That's it. That's it. And the bags work. They so totally work. I know Utoka's doing the bags. Kyra, I know you started. I saw your bags. They look great. Wow, I've gotten great responses back. You don't have to like hit people over the head. Guys, just like the girl at the table, Wanda, when we had the dinner, and we don't give her the information. She's like, so is it because I'm fat? It's like, what do you want us to say?
Oh,
No.
No, I was like, I don't know if you were skinny. I would talk to you about this tea. So it has absolutely nothing to do with you being fat. No. And so I think she's
But
very defensive. It's like, oh my God. Where we go now? So the bags help, with all those people that you see that are challenged, and you don't hurt their feelings, you don't get your feelings hurt, and that kind of stuff. But then I've had a couple of people to actually circle back and buy the tea after they had an opportunity to see what was in the bag, the present that I gave them. So hey, let's keep doing the bags. It's a very inexpensive way for exposure and not get your head taken off. So I love it. That was crazy to me. I was like, oh my God, she went right in. I mean, because I'm fat.
Like,
God help.
no.
No. Oh man.
Really?
Right. So we just have to be careful about that with certain people are sensitive. So the bags help. But that's all I had for this evening. I know we all need to be planning. I would love for everybody on the team to go to Vegas in March. Please start, get a container, put some money to the side. I'm hopeful this weekend. God, I'm looking at maybe Sunday at this point, just to sit down and go through and price it all out, the entire thing, from the $150 ticket to airfare, traveling, that kind of thing. What kind of prices are out there? Are there any deals that TLC is trying to or has already pulled together for us? I'll do some research on that so that we can share that out and start budgeting for that event. And just keep chugging along so we can have some goals set prior to March of next year. But that's it. So I think all of these ideas to do the different spin, expose, get in all of the groups again, and I'm gonna pick a day that we can go through the Debt Freedom Fighter presentation step by step. I think it's a wonderful spin on helping people to get out of debt. I have been able to pay off 4 bills following the steps, and it does work. So you just have it takes some time to get everything all set up in the beginning, and I'm not completely done. I just knew what was coming up, the things that I could go ahead and take care of from the monies that I'm making with Total Life Changes. So at this stage, it's about a little over $700 worth of debt that I've been able to cancel with profits from Total Life Changes. So it's just going through the steps and making sure you understand it, and to help people have a repeatable process that they can continue to go through, not have to go over here for this, over here for that. And we were using Jason L. Scott's site for some stuff, and we go to our Global One Team site for this, that, and the other. It's just that one presentation now that is encompassing of it all. And if you follow it to a T, you don't waste time with people that you shouldn't be wasting time with. And those that are spot on, it tells you exactly how to press them through the process. And then it's, wash, rinse, repeat. It's just the same thing over and over and over again in one spot that will help you teach them the whole process of getting out of debt as well. So it's wonderful. I love it. And I think it'll be great for every household to have gone through the process. Similarly to Yatoka, I think you went through that whole process with the Danny Johnson with Nikki, and figuring out what's your debt, what are good debt, bad debt, and figuring that whole process out. So it's very similar to that, but then being able to calculate in how much you need to do from a TLC perspective. It's just good stuff. Really, really, really good stuff. But that's it. Continue with your personal development. Any questions before we head into our affirmations and wrap up of the call?
No.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Yatoka, if you could close us out with our affirmations.
All right. I will hear the voice of the Holy Spirit from within. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I am a force for good. I defy the opportunity. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. It's my season. It's my turn. I am healthy, happy, humble. I am strong. I am a champion.
Awesome.
All right, ladies.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You do the same.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.